Hi guys, today I want to focus on one book and it's called Waking the Tiger and Healing Trauma. And the book is done by Peter A. Levine, and this is what it looks like, but I will have a picture of it at the end of this video, but I really want to talk and focus on some of the work in this book. It's not specifically DID based, it's more based on healing from trauma. And that's why I really want to talk about this book a lot and what's in it, because it can be useful for DID, BPD, OSDD, sexual abuse victims, all that. So first off, I'm going to read these little notes that I have in this book, because I use this book a lot for referencing as far as like dealing with problems. And one is the mystery of waking the tiger response. Secondly is grounding. Third is somatic arousal experience. Fourth is out of the body, disassociation, and watching above. So that like TV experience when you're going through a traumatic memory. The fifth one is symptoms. The symptoms that you have when you're trying to go through them traumatic memories. And last was hypervigilance. And these are things that I have checked in this book, because if somebody's telling me they're having a problem, I can go back and I can reference what I've read. So I'm going to read a small part of this book, and one of it is based on grounding. And it states, because excitement is charged and we want to maintain that charge as free and distant from anxiety, we must also be able to ground it. Resilient strength is the opposite of helplessness. The tree is made strong and resilient by its grounded root system. These roots take nourishment from the ground and grow strong. Grounding also allows the tree to be resilient so that it can yield to the winds of change and not to be uprooted. Springness is the facility to grounded and unground in a rhythmatical way. This buoyancy is a dynamic form of grounding. Aggressiveness is the biological ability to be vigorous and energetic, especially when using instinct and force. In the immobility traumatized state, these assertive energies are inaccessible. The restoration of healthy aggression is an essential part in the recovery of trauma. Empowerment is the acceptance of personal authority. It derives from the capacity to choose the direction and execution of one's own energies. Mastery is the possession of skillful techniques in dealing successfully with a threat. Orientation is the process of asserting one's position relative to both circumstance and environment. In these ways, the residue of trauma is renegotiated. So, and this is what I get out of this, is that basically they're saying you're like a tree and you're rooted to something, and if you can get through it and empower yourself and allow yourself to be angry, sad, happy, these emotions set free something that is stuck inside of you. And the thing, even with DID, is that you can train your alters to do that as well. And eventually you'll start to feel that as well too. So I'm going to read this little part about disassociation in the book as well. I find it very useful. Individuals who have been repeatedly traumatized as young children often adopt disassociation as a preferred mode of being in the world. They disassociate readily and habitably without being aware of it. Even individuals who do not disassociate habitually will disassociate when they become aroused or when they begin to access uncomfortable traumatic images or sensations. In either case, disassociation serves a valuable role in helping to keep the undischarged energy of hyperarousal disconnected from the fullness of our experience. At the same time, disassociation interrupts the continuity of the felt sense, and in doing so prevents traumatized people from working effectively on resolving their traumatic symptoms. The point here is to not eliminate disassociation, but to increase one's awareness. I just love that. This book has got so much good ethical, moral background to it. And basically what he's saying is there's nothing wrong with having disassociation. It helps you. And disassociation is not in just DID. It is in OSDD. It's in BPD. It's in DPD, PTSD, CPTSD. What he's saying is you don't want to eliminate that coping mechanism. What you want to do is bring it to more awareness, to where you're aware you're disassociating and focus on that memory, get through it, and realize that you're okay with it, is the idea. So I'm going to give you a quick overview of the back here. Nature's Lessons in Healing Trauma. Waking the Tiger offers a new and hopeful vision of trauma. It views the human animal as a unique being, endowed with an instinctual capacity to heal, as well as an intellectual spirit to harness this initiated capacity. It asks and answers an intriguing question. Why are animals in the wild, though threatened routinely, but rarely traumatized? By understanding the dynamics that make wild animals virtually immune to traumatic symptoms, the mystery of the human trauma is revealed. Waking the Tiger normalizes the symptoms of trauma and the steps needed to heal them. People are often traumatized by seemingly ordinary experiences. The reader is taken on a guided tour of subtle yet powerful impulses that govern our responses to overwhelming life events. To do this, it employs a series of exercises that helps us focus on bodily sensations. Through a heightened awareness of these sensations, trauma can be healed. So I will leave a picture of the book at the end of this video, and I hope you found it useful, and you're more welcome to use it in your therapy setting or in your mental health profession. And like I said, this is also a book for SA or BPD, any mental illness that has to deal with traumatization or sexual abuse or physical abuse. So I hope you found this useful. Loves. Bye.